So apart from filtering basically by ticking and unticking and by using search option to find what we want to filter, to find the values we want to filter on, there are also some, I will call it smart ways for filtering. So for example, if I click on the drop down, like I want to filter like this, just like when we have sort by color, also have filter by color. So I could filter my data by colors. If I have things I have colored, maybe using font color, maybe using field color, I can use that as an option to filter my data to focus on those guys alone. So I'm going to focus on the people that I have painted their names as red, right, in fonts, for example. So when I filter by font color, then I'm going to have only those people displaying here, right? Obviously, there must have been a reason why I decided to paint these guys with these colors so that, I may want to make one or two inquiries from them, or as the case may be. Then also, let me clear the filter here. If I try to do another filter like this, you will also see that we do have a smart way of filtering that is based on the type of data we are working with, right? So currently now, I'm on the job description column. When you click on the drop down, apart from filtering, basically, apart from using the search, apart from using filter by color, when you have color, you have that option. You also see that I can see something that says text filters. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. This basically is just what you see is what you get, right? So you have all of these options. You can decide to filter based on rules rather than ticking and unticking some known values. Your filtering may be based on rules. Maybe you want to filter something that equals to something, which is just exactly the normal filtering. So if I want to filter analysts, for example, and I use equals, I will have to type in analyst. Or maybe you want to use something that says maybe I want to filter analyst and analyst 2 all together at the same time. Then I can just go to filter something that begins with, then when I type analyst, I don't even need to type analyst in full for me to see that. If I click OK, then you will see that it's going to filter all the analysts for me. But just like I said, that has to do with what you see is what you get. So when you go to text filters, if you have a text column, we are going to see this text filter option that allows you to filter based on different rules. You can use, based on text that contain or text that do not contain, and so on and so forth. For a text column, you have those options. For a dates column, if you go to the drop down, you are going to see, instead of text filters like we saw in text site, you are going to see date filters. And you can see all of these rules-based filtering of dates that we have. You can filter all the data that are before a particular date or maybe after a particular date. Since we are dealing with HR data now, for example, we have date of hires and we have people hired from different ranges. I can say that, okay, can I focus on people that were hired maybe after a particular date, right? So I'll just go to after. Then I can use this calendar option here to pick on my calendar. So I can say maybe after people that were hired after maybe some period this year or maybe last year, 2021. So if I click from 18th of February 2021, for example, you can use the and the or button. Maybe you want to say people that were hired after these dates and want to say before a different date, right? Maybe and before maybe a date like this. So when I click OK, then it's going to filter my data accordingly. So this kind of filtering is usually based on rules, and the rules are applied according to the data type of the values you have in the column. For text, you see text filters. For dates, you will see date filters, which is going to have all of these smart options. You have to take a look at all the options that we have there. Again, it's just what you see is what you get. Then for a column that contains numbers like this, you can see number filters, and you can see greater than, equal to, less than or equal to. We even have top 10 there, right? So if I can just do a top 10 like this, and I can edit the 10. So it's not literal 10. If I wanted top 5 instead, I can choose 5 here. And when I click OK, it's going to show me the top 5 earners, right? You're probably looking at this and you think maybe, well, this is more than 5. Yeah, it is more than 5 because they are all earning on the same amount.